Alright, welcome back to Forgotten Dailies. So we are in the state up north again, bouncing around and all that good stuff, on the way to get another one. We're only a couple minutes away, kind of late on the video starting this morning. We left the house at around 7, and we've been driving since. So we're going to get up here, and I'll do a little video of this car. I know I'll be able to video it while we're there. And then sounds like we may end up having to get creative on loading it. We're going to find out. We have some ideas in our head. So we're going to see what happens when we get there. But look forward to that here in a few minutes. Alright, so we made it to the car. It's a 90 Daytona. It's just an ES car. But it's kind of a unique one. It's a V6. Rusty or crusty, dirty. Sat in the woods for, I don't know, a year or two. But that right there is what makes this one unique. That, and it's a black interior car, which is kind of unusual. Supposed to be stuck in 4th gear. I know 2 weeks ago when we first saw the car, we had it moving. They had to fight it to get it to where it's sitting now, but it was stuck in gear. I just moved the shifter and it moved like it felt like it went out of gear. So we're about to find out. We're going to hook the winch to it and see what we can accomplish. Hopefully it goes easy, but I'm not holding my breath. Alright, so after worrying about this for the last 24 hours because it was stuck in gear, I got it to come right out of gear. And it's on the trailer already. It literally took us less than 10 minutes. So we're strapping it down right now. My buddy G, he's the one driving, so he's the one that straps it down, so it's his likings. And then we're heading back south. We're going back to the house. So we'll get more video once we get home. But the car is on the trailer. It is not pretty, but that's okay. Neither am I. So get her hooked up and we're rolling. I don't know who this dude is, but boy, he sure is tailgating us. And his headlights need to go down. I don't know what's wrong with this. Whatever. Truck's bigger. Alright, so you've already seen some kind of intro type videos on this car. I'm going to go into details about the particular car in particular now. And do a video walk around on it and kind of go over what it is and talk about it a little bit here. So bear with me. Alright, in 1989, Dodge came out with the ES trim level on the Dodge Daytona. And the ES trim level basically got you the ground effects, the, I don't even know what all, to be honest with you. I think they had different springs. This car has the solid or the vented disc brakes on the rear, which was, I don't know if it was an option or if it was part of the ES package. I didn't really study it up that much. I probably should have before I opened my mouth and started talking. But in 1989, they introduced the ES package. It was midway between the base model and the Shelby, which, so my thinking is that it didn't have all the Shelby parts. The Shelby could have had the T2 engine and stuff. And then in 1990, they changed the interior. So the interior changed to the more rounded dash. The console changed. The door panels changed. And then, of course, the seats changed. I don't like the 1990 myself. Everybody has their own preference. I understand. But me personally, I don't care for a 1990 interior. The console's not horrible. The dash really isn't that bad on this side. It's the other side that's bad. And I don't mind the door panels. My parents had a 90 Daytona ES V6 automatic car. And it was red, silver ground effects, black interior. And even then, black interior was kind of an odd color. I don't recall seeing too many that had black interior. This one does have black, which I thought was kind of cool. Sadly, this car supposedly was stuck in 4th gear. I got it to come out of gear so we can load it on the trailer easier. And then it sat in the woods for at least 2 years. And it's just so mildewy. And just, of course, typical, full of garbage and everything else. Some shoes if you need some. If you're looking for a new pair, let me know. But even like the sun visors, it's hard to see, but they got mildew on them. Now I understand, you know, in today's technology, that's all cleanable. and it can all be cleaned up and really looking nice. But unfortunately for this car, my plans are not that. My plans are to park this car out because I don't have no desire to fix it up. It's kind of a unique car, being that it is a V6 with a 5-speed. Most of these were automatics. Probably the largest majority were definitely automatics. So I'm kind of would like to know the production number on this car, being that it's an ES V6 5-speed with black interior, not gray. I don't know. So one of the other changes they did in 90 was this turn signal switch right here. This is the dimmer switch for the headlights, and then the turn signal switch. Those are very, very, very prone to go bad. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. In 93, Chrysler decided to go back to the dimmer switch and the turn signal switch on the steering column, and that was a wise move. I think if I had a 90 myself, or 91, whatever, with this style turn signal switch, me personally, I would probably try to convert it to a newer one. This way I can eliminate that. Those things are they're known to break. People are always looking for them. If a person can figure out how to fix them, I'm sure there's somebody smarter than me that knows how. They could definitely do well with that. Parts on the car that I think are worth value is obviously that switch, if it works. The trim piece that goes across the center dash says Daytona. Naturally, the 5-speed parts, the clutch pedals, the shifter, the linkage, the console, the transmission itself, even though it may be damaged, is still repairable. And then the rear disc brakes. I'm pretty sure it was the big disc brakes. I remember looking at it when I picked the car up, and it's the vented disc brakes. So those will be the 11-inch. It'll be the same thing my LeBaron has, or an 89 Shelby Daytona would have as well. So with that said, this car's pretty rough. Where I picked it up at, it was stored for a week for me. Got it 2 hours closer to home for us, and I definitely shout out to them, Triumph by Air and Hughberts Projects. Both of them helped us get this car closer to me, so we didn't have to travel as far. But the strange thing was, they had this board wedged in here to push the clutch pedal down, and it still would not roll the front wheels. When I went to pick it up, we had plans on doing whatever we had to do to get it loaded, but I was able to use the shifter and get it into neutral, and it rolled right up. I don't understand why, if the pedal's all the way down, it wouldn't disengage the clutch. Maybe the clutch is sticking, possibly. I'm not certain. If you have an idea, don't hesitate to speak out. Hughberts Projects, sorry, I can't speak, did say that it was smoking really bad from the clutch and it smelled like it was burning it up. So it's a possibility the clutch is stuck, and that's what's causing the issue. I don't know. Somebody else can chime in and let me know. I'd appreciate it. Sorry for the wind if it's windy. So anyways, it's a 1990 Dodge Daytona ES V6 5-speed car. Its time is coming up eventually to go in the garage and get tore down and parts sold. We still have the 90 Omni. I've already done a video on that. Haven't touched it. Haven't had time. We still have the GLH Turbo. It's still sitting here. And then the 90 base model. It's 4-cylinder automatic. Does run and move. So hopefully, I don't know. I haven't tried to sell it. Nobody hasn't, asked. So it's possible it could be sold the way it is. But it comes down to what's it worth, because, and like in the other video, it's kind of ugly, as you can see. Still have the 88 Shelby Daytona. I've had it for sale for a couple of months, and not one single person has shown interest in it. So with that said, if I ever get caught up and get the two 90s, well, actually they're all three 90s, 90 Daytonas, two 90 Daytonas, and the 90 Omni, get them done and gone, then this one's turn may show up next. We'll see. I'll keep it around as long as I can, but eventually it's going to have to do something with it. I can't keep it forever. So with that said, sorry I was blabbing. As you know, if you've seen it before, I like to talk, especially when it comes to these cars. I have a passion for them. I don't know why. It's a sickness, I guess, but I do love them. So with that said, I appreciate you watching. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you want to see any how-tos, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll do my best to get them done for you. And then follow us on eBay. I will post a link to our eBay store in the video, or in the comments, I mean. So thank you, and I hope you have a great day.